I think it's recording now. I think so.
Mhm.
All right. So, Mike, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for giving your time and your advice and insights to candidates, on what resonates in a resume and an interview. Before we dive right in, why don't you tell everybody what you do, the company you have created?
Yeah, so I run a company called AI Syndicate. We do AI advisory for companies. Also running a couple projects, building a an AI coding environment that builds in ethics and compliance directly
Oh,
into the coding process.
okay.
As well, working on a AI platform for real estate agents for developing leads. Again,
Interesting.
with ethics and compliance baked in. That's kind of one of my things there.
That is so interesting. So you're developing this AI platform for real estate agents. So how would they be using this platform? How would it enhance their business or their day and all their activity?
So yeah, so
That's so interesting.
interesting question. I have a lot of family in real estate.
Okay.
Started it with my in-laws, and then my wife's entire family, other than my wife, are real estate agents now.
Beautiful.
Um, and I hear them complaining a lot about lead generation, how hard it is. And by the time any kind of opportunity hits MLS, it's already too late. So
Exactly.
now with AI becoming more viable as an option, it allows things like sentiment analysis and whatnot. So you're able to then scrape various data public sources, run
Okay.
it through the AI,
Okay.
determine what kind of leads are effective for a specific area,
Okay.
and provide those leads to real estate agents to follow up on.
Amazing. That's brilliant. Wonderful. So you've had in the last few years have to hire developers, I guess. You've had to hire talent to help you with all these projects.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so then we'll dive right into it because I feel like I could talk to you all day long because I think it's really interesting what you do, but I want to respect your time. Okay, so when you get a resume,
hmm
where do your eyes land first?
First thing that I look at is kind of where the person is in their career.
Okay.
That's not necessarily what's going to make or break the candidate. But I'd like to know kind of what level they're at and what kind of interview process I'm gearing towards. Um, the most important part for me isn't necessarily specific experience with certain technology. Um, Rather, I'm looking for people who have the ability to uh, take a look at what's going on in the industry right now,
Mhm.
and kind of adapt uh, to that. I mean, specific skills can be trained,
Yes,
but it's really the attitude and the outlook of the potential candidate
of
that
course.
is going to have most impact on me. So
Of course. It's hard to see the attitude part of it, I guess, on a resume.
it is in a resume,
Yeah,
but you could see some personality
you can.
shine through.
Yes.
Now again with AI, a lot less of that personality is coming through now. But
Sadly.
yeah.
Yes, that's true. Just the way they word things, the way they present their skills.
hmm
So when you've come, so speaking of attitude, that's a really great segue. When you had finally the opportunity that you call a candidate for an interview, I'd love to hear interviews, maybe an interview or two that was really remarkable, either good or bad, that you've experienced.
Um, I've had a few different experiences over several different companies.
Sure.
Um, my horror story of one, there was a candidate really shined on paper. Through the interview process was fantastic.
Oh.
Um, Ended up hiring this individual, you know, went through the whole due diligence process, did all the background checks, had to find out
Wow.
later that everything was fictionalized. This was a remote position as well, so somebody
Okay.
who was never going to be showing up in person,
Okay.
but ended up not even being the person who we interviewed or hired.
They
That's my horror story.
that's wow. So they were not the person you interviewed. I mean,
Correct.
physically not the person, or
Physically not the person. All of the experience was fabricated.
oh
References were
no.
fabricated. They
Oh
actually paid somebody to show up to the interview for them.
no.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Hmm.
That is the first I heard. I've had candidates lie to me about their references where I'm calling a friend. That I've and I always catch them, right? But that's the
Hmm.
first, and that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yikes. And sorry, Mike, how did you find out that that was not the right person or it wasn't the same person?
Uh,
How did you discover it since they're not?
long story short, we
Holy
had a,
moly.
anonymous tip that
Okay, okay.
that things were not what they seemed.
Thank
Um,
goodness.
so we did a bit of an investigation
Oh
and
my God,
discovered
Mike.
all of this fraud. But the person had been with us for about a year
Oh my
and
gosh.
continuing to perpetuate the lie through engaging even roommates who worked in IT to actually do the work through Teams chats.
Mike, that's incredible. In
Mhm.
retrospect, what advice might you give to your fellow employers on how to protect themselves from this nonsense? Like, Mike, what else could you have done? I'm thinking that's so hard. What else could you have done?
It is a difficult situation.
It
One of the things that I have implemented is, you know, if especially if the candidate is local, it's a must. I must meet with them face to face in
basically
person, not just over video.
100%. Yeah,
Um, Now, if it is a remote position, it's a little bit more difficult, but you know, ensuring that reference checks and experience checks go beyond just calling a number that they've provided
exactly.
and actually doing your due diligence and research into the organization that you're
Yeah,
verifying with.
exactly. And maybe even digging on social media if the face matches the name or if it
Hmm.
even exists
Yeah.
or something like that. Very interesting. Wow. Wow, Mike. Huh. Okay, well let's end it on a positive note. What
Yeah.
experience what interview that have you witnessed that you said, okay, that was great, and you maybe hired or didn't even hire them, but it was a really great interview. What made it great?
Uh, another experience that I had was actually a an employee that was being let go kind of for cause.
Okay.
There was reasoning behind it, and his direct manager really felt for him and knew that he was uh, skilled and that he didn't necessarily have the same kind of corporate views or experience
Uh-huh.
that would lead to a positive experience. But based off of the documentation, yeah, that particular manager was being forced to let this person go.
Right.
Um,
Oh, geez.
that experience completely transformed this individual. He ended up being my best hire.
Really?
Uh, yeah, I mean, this guy was brilliant, um, brilliant cloud specialist. Did things for me that I didn't even know were possible. Was
Amazing.
went over and above, always trying to one up the last experience. Uh, but what really solidified it for me was, while we were having that conversation during the interview, we really meshed, right? So it was
That's
more about
important.
the fit, right? As
Exactly.
as opposed to, I don't necessarily care if you've got a university degree. I don't care if you've got certifications. I don't care if you even know a specific technology. All of that can be taught. the fit is so much more important to me.
hundred
You
percent.
spend all this time with these people, that fit needs to be there.
100%. I couldn't agree with you more. And that's how things flourish when there's a fit. It's like even it's like a relationship, a personal relationship.
Absolutely,
If it doesn't fit,
absolutely,
there's no happiness. You don't prosper as a human being. So it's so
definitely,
important to have a fit at work to also prosper as part of being a human being. It's so important. Wow. Mike, I really appreciate your time today. You're very busy. You're on the go, clearly, in downtown Toronto. Love the city. And I appreciate your time. Mike, can we follow you? Can we share your LinkedIn profile and
absolutely. Please
follow your
do.
beautiful
Yeah,
projects in AI?
definitely, definitely. Definitely follow me on LinkedIn. I've got a newsletter that's linked to my profile as well.
Mm.
Uh, yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Mike, can I tell my real estate friends to follow you and hop onto your newsletter so they could keep abreast on your project geared to this industry?
Absolutely.
Yes, I will do
My
that.
newsletter is more geared towards AI ethics and responsibility, compliance, but absolutely, it's a great way to learn more about AI and what kind of implications AI has on business today.
Beautiful. Okay, we'll do that. Mike, I thank you again. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Laura.
And I'll let you continue walking the big sidewalks of Toronto to your next meeting. All right. Thank you. Be well.